Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm back. I'm ready to go. All my beautiful Bravo lovers, get comfortable, grab a coffee, grab a cocktail, grab a beverage of your choosing, because we're talking everything Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We are gonna break down the season 2 premiere, so get comfortable, grab your drink, and let's freaking get into it, y'all. So the episode opens up with a foreshadowing of the feds raiding the van. You see Jen Shah getting the phone call. She asks Whitney to turn off her mic. She tells Heather she needs to leave. And then bam! 12 minutes later, the feds raid the van and they are looking for Jen Shah. Now, when I tell you that the first 2 minutes of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 2 premiere is chilling, it is chilling. It was the most dramatic, chilling, never before seen scene on Housewives ever. It was mind-blowing. And that is literally putting it lightly. That first 2 minutes, the foreshadowing was real, guys. It was real. So basically, as the ladies are en route for this girls' trip, Jen Shah receives the phone call saying that Coach Shah is in the hospital. That is the story that she went with. Really, the feds were really raiding her house and going through it. She ups and leaves. It's just freaking crazy. You can see her spinning off in the pickup truck. You see the feds raiding the freaking van. As the ladies were en route to the trip, the story drops that Jen Shah was charged with money laundering and fraud and stealing people's money. I can't make this up. It's real. And bravo, bravo for getting all of this captured on camera for all of us crazy psychopaths to enjoy for ourselves. I cannot wait for that episode. It is going to be juicy. Basically, Erica Jane walked so Jen Shah can run. There, I said it. So now we're gonna rewind 2 months earlier and we're gonna start the premiere. So this episode, we don't really have any real juicy drama. There's no real group event. We're kind of just catching up with all the ladies to see what everyone has been up to. I must say this though, I have missed the snowy, wintry B-roll and all of the clips of the Salt Lake City. It's really such a beautiful snowy city and it makes me ready for snow and cold weather. So we open up this episode over at Jen Shah's house. She has moved out of her Shah Chalet and into a brand new one, which she calls Shah Chalet 2.0. Here's the thing. She keeps saying that her lease ended on her old house, so she moved into the next best thing, which she calls the Shah Chalet 2.0. Now, you lease a car, you rent a home. Jen Shah rented from last season the Shah Chalet. That was not her house, it was a rental. And now she's renting a new home. And this is apparently how you function when you are stealing people's money. You can't have anything attached to yourself. There, I said it. She's renting the home. And that house, I'm just going to say what we're all thinking. It's probably not even under her name. It's probably under some alias or some shell company that she has created to stash all of this money that she has been stealing from old people. Y'all. But we're still watching, aren't we? Because we want that juicy drama. Yes, we do. So here's the thing. The house is gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. But what gets me is when she took Lisa on the tour of the house and they took Lisa to the closet room, it's giving me Erica freaking Jane vibes. It It makes me sick looking at all of those designer clothes, the shoes, the handbags, which we all know damn well was purchased using stolen money that she frauded people out of. She didn't earn those clothes with hard-earned money. It's hard-earned stolen money. It's dirty money. So Jen and Lisa, they're having some one-on-one time, and I must say, I have missed Lisa Barlow's love it moments. I love this. I love that. Love it. Love it. So Lisa and Jen's friendship is apparently budding and growing from after the reunion. So they're sitting down and talking about what they've been up to. Jen Shah shares with Lisa that her and Sharif almost got a divorce while filming Wrapped at the Reunion. Coach Shah even reached out to a divorce attorney, and that attorney contacted Jen. Mind-blowing. I didn't know that they were on that bad of terms, but she keeps telling Lisa that her life she thought was gonna be over. Girl, you ain't seen nothing yet. Your life is about to be over. Clink, clink. There. I'm saying what we're all thinking, okay? So, last season Jen Shah was so angry. She was lashing out at everyone, playing the victim. And now that I've kind of stopped drinking that Jen Shah Kool-Aid, I can see things a lot more clearly. She was doing very, very, very nasty things last season because she knew that she was doing nasty things behind the scenes, and she acted out. Hello, that's what's going on here. So Jen and Sharif, they are now in couples therapy and they're trying to make it work. Now Jen and Lisa, they're talking about the fallout between Jen and Meredith from last season. Here's the thing, y'all. I can see where Lisa is coming from. I really can. She doesn't want to feel as if she's in the middle. She wants to be a good friend to Jen. She wants to be a good friend to Meredith. However, and we'll get to this later in the recap, Jen did some pretty nasty things to Meredith and her family behind the scenes on social media. Lisa also keeps running home this point that what Jen did to Meredith was the same as what Whitney and Heather did to Lisa. But it's kind of like, what really did Whitney and Heather do to Lisa? I'm still really not understanding what happened there. She said that Whitney and Heather made up lies about Lisa's character. But what Jen Shah did to Meredith, tweeting the nasty things about her family, it's really not comparable at all. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It's not the same thing. And then Lisa says to Jen to not kill the person in the middle, as in she's trying to bring Jen and Meredith together. And Jen then says, girl, you know I'll go to jail for you. I haven't gone to jail yet. Okay. You may be seeing jail sooner than you think, baby. So now we move over and we're going to check in on Meredith. She is dressing her damn dog, and 100% relatable because I would dress my dog. I like to put my dog in some sweaters. I have 2 dogs. Every now and then, I like to dress him up. Okay? I get it. It's relatable. Meredith said that her dog's outfit looks like the outfit she wore last year at her birthday, and now that image is engraved in my mind. I am deceased, and it is so true. Then Heather pops over to catch up with Meredith. Meredith also has moved into a new house. We find out that Meredith and Seth, they're in a much better place now. They've worked through all of their differences, and they are making it work. They have a happy marriage again. All is good in the hood. But Seth, he is still spending half of his time in Salt Lake City and the other half in Ohio. And it works for them. They're happy. Everything's hunky-dory. Heather is busy with her daughter. Her daughter, it's her senior year of high school. She's in the process of college hunting. She wants her daughter to have a different college experience than what she had, than what Heather had. She wants her daughter to have that typical college experience, going away to college, making new friends, moving away from home, being independent. Heather says last season she was falsely accused of being a good time girl and wants her daughter to have all the experiences that earn her the title of being a good time girl. Don't we all want to be a good time girl, though? I'm just saying. And then we end the scene with Heather and Meredith's damn dog on the table. Like a freaking cat.
Look at him. Teddy. Teddy thinks he's a cat.
So next up, we're going to check in on Miss Whitney Wild Rose. She is throwing a birthday party for her stepson's 26th birthday. I'm going to say it. Whitney has 100% grown on me from last season. Last season, I was a little on the fence about Whitney. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I kind of like her. I kind of don't. This season, loving Whitney. Peep the Brooks Marks tracksuit. And y'all, I had no idea that Whitney had 3 stepsons that are like in their 20s. And I didn't know that me and Whitney were the same damn age. We are both 30 freaking 4. And I love when producers throw a little bit of shade into the episodes. But damn, don't knock 34. Whitney being 34, owning her own business, and being on Real Housewives shows me that there is still hope for all of this to make it in the world. Okay. So Whitney is sharing that her brand Iris and Beau is going through a rebranding and how she wanted to earn her own money and not depend on a man. And y'all, Whitney is so freaking stupid and I love it.
I am ready to make my own money and not do this anymore.
But here's what. Whitney Wild Rose knows how to throw a freaking party. But the real thing that I'm really impressed here, and you know we're going to talk about it, was her determination to serve that freaking birthday cake. She dropped that cake not once, not twice, 3 freaking times. I have never seen someone more determined over a cake than Whitney Wild Rose. That is impressive. And this cake looks like it has been through it. And she still served it. Determination, y'all. Determa freaking nation. Now, we're going to move over to Mary. So Mary started her own podcast because she said during quarantine she lived alone. Robert was stuck in Florida. He didn't feel comfortable getting on a plane. So for 6 months, Mary was on her own. And she said that she talked to herself. She talked to her clothes in her closet. She talked to the mannequins. So she figured, well, why not try to talk to real people? And she started a freaking podcast. Okay. So the podcast is all about God and praying. They prayed over the podcast. It really made me uncomfortable. Stuff like that just, it makes me uncomfortable. And that's just me. Don't come here and be like, oh, God. Chill out. All right? This is not Jesus Christ Holy Temple. Take it somewhere else. Anyway, then Mary's friend led the prayer. And Mary literally told her friend who was leading the prayer, hold up, I got this. I'm going to take over.
Let it ride and let it be and what you call us to be. In Jesus' name.
I'm going to show you.
Only freaking Mary. Here's the thing about Mary, though, this season. I love seeing Mary out of her closet, outside of her house. It's nice to see her actually having scenes, living life, doing activities outside of her 4 walls. And I said this last season, and I'm going to say it again. Last season, I don't know if you know this, Mary only filmed as a friend of. And last minute, the producers were so impressed that they made her full-time. So they had to chop together and scrounge up all of the scenes of Mary and kind of piece it together to make her seem full-time. So it was choppy, it didn't really make sense, and it was basically Mary only in her house. So that's why we only got scenes of Mary at home, because she only filmed as a part-time housewife. So now that we're in this season, she actually filmed as a full-time housewife. So we're going to see Mary part of group events, group dinners, outside of her house, being more personal. I'm excited to see more crazy Mary. I'm not going to lie. I like the craziness of Mary. Last season, I'm like, oh, wow. She effed her grandpa. Okay. So here's the thing about Mary's podcast. I will not be listening to it, but she does mention that she feels as if she's never really fit in life. She doesn't feel like she belongs in this world. She said that she was born for God. She says she's here to spread the gospel and know your purpose in life. I can relate to all of that minus the God part, like not really fitting in, not really knowing your place. I can relate to that. So who would have thought I'd have a relatable Mary moment? Here we are. New me who dis. So now we're going to talk about the newest addition to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Jennie Nguyen. She is Vietnamese, she is fabulous, and she has a very impressive backstory. So here's the thing. Her and Lisa Barlow are best friends, and that is how Jennie is going to be introduced to the group, through Lisa Barlow. Jennie has 3 kids, and she's married to a chiropractor. Her daughter, though, is spunky. So they're all talking about going skiing as a family, and her daughter says that she didn't go skiing with her siblings because she had to take school seriously and study. And her daughter said she only gets straight A's. That's why they call us Asians, not Bejans.
I think school's more important.
You're straight A's, aren't you?
Yeah, no B's. That's why we're Asian, not Bejans.
Oh my God.
I'm officially deceased, okay? So Jennie, like I said, she is from Vietnam and she got out of the country via boat. When she got to the US, her dad changed her age 2 years younger so she could go to kindergarten. So on paper, Jennie is 43, but she's actually 45. Following me? It's a lot to digest. I get it. So back to the boat story. During the Communist War, they would make these little fishing boats. So on the top of the boat, it would look as if people were fishing, but on the bottom of the boat, they were stowing people away to get them out of the country, hiding people away, stowing them away. So these boat trips would take 3 to 4 days for them to escape, and they would be out in the ocean for like 4 days. Jennie's boat was captured and they were placed in a refugee camp. She said she was sponsored by a Christian church and moved to Long Island, California. Her backstory is freaking fascinating. Like, I'm excited for Jennie. She is going to bring a little bit of fire, a little bit of heat. Salt Lake City, bringing the diversity. I ain't mad at it. I'm not. So moving back over to Jen Shah, she is having a family party for her son's birthday. We finally got to see and meet the aunt that was a big point of contention last season. The one that lost the legs and the hospital smell. Yeah, we finally get to meet her. And then we're going to have a little group moment, the ladies who lunch moment. Whitney, Meredith, Heather, and Mary are all together for lunch in an outdoor igloo. Looks really fun. Like, I kind of want to eat lunch in an outdoor igloo. Like, I need to find one of those. So they're all catching up with each other to see what everyone's been up to. But Heather taking charge of ordering for the ladies is a mood I'm 100% here for. Heather says, and I quote,
"If I had to wait around for these ladies to make a decision, I'd be splitting a side salad with Mary, and that's not the lunch I want to have."
Forever a Heather stan. Thank you. So all the ladies are hanging out, and Whitney can notice that Meredith isn't doing very well. And Meredith then shares that her father passed away. She's not handling it very well. And it's nice to see all the ladies rally around Meredith and support her during this difficult time. So then the conversation kind of shifts to Jen and Lisa. Heather said that she has not spoken to Jen or Lisa since the reunion, and that she wants to make things right with Lisa Barlow, but she's unsure where she stands with Jen Shah. Jen Shah is all over social media, calling Heather a racist. Well, she reposted something on Instagram of a fan calling Heather a racist, but basically by doing that, you're endorsing that Heather is a racist. Jen Shah needs to freaking cool it on social media. Like, stop blasting people. It is not cute. Like, calm down, Candace. Calm down. Jen Shah, I'ma say it, she's a fake friend. She literally, to Heather's face, tells her how amazing Heather is, how cool she is. I love you so much. And then like a sniper from the freaking side goes and reposts horrible things on social media. And Mary freaking nailed it. Heather said, oh, she makes me feel, so important and so loved. And, I really am drinking that friendship juice. I'm drinking the friendship juice. And she puts me in like a trance. And Mary nailed it. She said, why do you want to be friends with someone that makes you feel like crap? That's not juice. That's a choice. No lies detected, y'all. It's just like last season when Jen implied Mary was a racist because of the whole 7-Eleven debacle. And she said that Mary doesn't go into 7-Elevens when there's black people there. What? Shut up, girl. Shut up. Jen is also going around saying nasty things about Brooks, Meredith's son. Now, I know last season I had a lot of strong opinions because I too was drinking that Jen Shah juice. She called him a privileged twink. She said that Brooks has never seen a vagina. She has called him white privileged and everything. It is just rude and it's uncalled for. Like, why are you doing that? You're trying to deflect away from what you are doing to take the heat off of you. So let's make other people feel like crap because you feel like crap. You know what they say? It's like that saying goes, misery loves misery. Misery loves company. That's the saying. Misery loves company. Jen Shah's going through some misery and she wants to drag everyone into her messed up world. It's kind of like a slap in the face to Meredith, though, if you think about it, with this whole Jen Shah, Lisa Barlow, Meredith mix. So, like, Meredith and Lisa are supposed to be friends for 10 years. They're so close. But now Lisa has befriended Jen Shah, who said really nasty things about Meredith's family, and is so close to Jen Shah now. Like, I don't know how I could be friends if someone did that to me. Like, I don't think I could do it. So we end the episode with Meredith hosting a Jewish Shabbat dinner for her family in honor of her father that passed away. She invited Lisa and her whole family. She's sharing a very intimate moment with Lisa, which is very big of Meredith to do, I might add. Like, very much the bigger person here, especially with what Lisa is doing to Meredith, befriending Jen Shah like that. Lisa and Meredith then sit down in an attempt to kind of clear the air with their friendship. Lisa wants Meredith to clear the air with Jen. But like, if someone did that to me, I would not want to hear anything from them. I just wouldn't. I think that it's shitty that Lisa chose to be friends with Jen, despite all the nasty things Jen has said about Meredith and her family. And all the nasty things that she's been saying about everybody, really. Like, I can see what Lisa is doing. I really can. She's trying to be the peacemaker, bring peace between the two. I get it. But Meredith is also correct. Jen can't use her upbringing as an excuse to mistreat people, which is what Jen Shah did all last season. She said, oh, I was raised this way, that I had to fight for things that I want. You can't use that to be an asshole to people. Like, you can't use that as a crutch. Like, you can't. Lisa then is trying to make similarities between her issues with Heather to Meredith's issues with Jen, and they're not the same thing. Meredith is spot on. If anyone said anything to Lisa's son like the way Jen treated Meredith's son, would Lisa be friends with Jen? Hell no. If Jen Shah said anything to Jack or Henry in any derogatory way, would Lisa be friends with Jen? The answer is no. So why can't Lisa see that? I get that her intentions are right. I get it. But when Meredith asked her that, Lisa couldn't even give an answer. It's like Lisa Barlow is now drinking the Jen Shah friendship juice. I don't think the friendship between Lisa and Meredith is real or genuine anymore. It isn't. I feel like the friendships are broken. It seems forced. It seems fake. Lisa's trying so hard to make it work. Meredith is trying so hard to make it work. I just think there's a lot of freaking damage Damage has been done since last season, and I'm really unsure if it's going to be able to be repaired. I'm just not sure. I want to end with this. This is going to be one explosive season because the tensions are already brewing and heating up between Meredith and Jen, Lisa Barlow and Meredith, Heather, Whitney, and Lisa, Heather, Whitney, and Meredith. Like, it's all heating up. And then add on all of the Jen Shah drama with her basically getting indicted and going to jail, probably, allegedly. It's gonna be a season, y'all. It's gonna be a season. This was a great premiere. I loved it so much. What do y'all think of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know what you thought of the season 2 premiere. Comment everything below. Let's have a conversation. I love y'all so much. I'll catch you guys in the next review. We will talk Salt Lake City real soon. Bye, guys.